What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, as the BAL comes to a close, another door opens with the Afrobasket, and today we had the Afrobasket draw, as you can see on the screen. And today I'll be focusing on my team, the Kenya Morans. I love this team. I love this team too much, and I just want to see them succeed. But now, let's look at the teams that they're matching up against. So, Afrobasket, they're in Group C. As the draw results can state here, they're in Group C. You've got Nigeria, you've got Cote d'Ivoire, you've got Kenya, you've got Mali. So in this group, we've got these teams that are going to be matching up against to see who's going to go to the next level. And yeah, man. Without further ado, I'll be comparing Kenya to Nigeria. So as you can see from Nigeria is actually a team that went 6-0. 6-0, it was unbeaten in the whole Afrobasket qualifiers, and as you can see, they're not ones to mess around. Let's check the games and results that they had. Just wait for this thing to load up. Okay, come on. So yeah, you can see Nigeria in November 26, 2020. I had covered this in my Afrobasket recap, but just to recap a bit, just to go back a bit, they beat South Sudan, they beat Rwanda, they beat Mali, and as you can see from this graphic, they were beating Nigeria was beating these teams with a record-breaking a lot of points. They beat them with a lot of points the first go around, but in the second go around, okay, South Sudan tried to fight back. They tried to cut the lead to like 5, so they cut the bleeding to like 5 points. They only lost by 5 points, but as you can see, the other teams, they got a shellacking, and that's why they went 6-0. But now looking back at here, I'm comparing it to our team, which is the Kenya Morans, and let's see what they can do and what they can offer as they match up and stack up against one another. So we've got on 2-point field goals, we are trailing 38.6%, and to Nigeria 46.8%. Not good. In 3 points, the 3-pointer, we still are not good. We're not good at all. 24.5% from 3, 33.5% from 3. The free throws 68%, 62%, pretty bad. I mean, the rebounds department is where you try to close the gap, but not that close. The defensive rebounds, okay, we got them defensive boards. Total rebounds, I mean, man, it's just a tight knit. It's too close to call here. In the assists, they share the rock better than us. In the turnovers, we turn over the ball at a historic rate than them. Okay, it's not an historic rate. It's by 3 turnovers using that metric. In the steals, they're pretty efficient in steals. We block the shot very well. Okay, in the fast break points, they are leading. And yeah, man, points off the bench, they're pretty good. Points in the paint. So you can see, out of all these possible statistics that we stack up against, the odds are stacked against us, because we're heading into this heading out of the qualify, only won 2 games out of 6 games. So we had a record of 2-4. We have a 2-4 team record in the Kenya Morans, and in Nigeria, this is a team that went unbeaten 6-0. So the odds are really stacked against us. And what I really want to ask is, what exactly can Kenya, the team that runs my country, my team, do differently in this go around that's going to be game changing and be able to be more impactful, so that it can pull an upset on a team like Nigeria? That's the question that we need to focus on and be able to ask ourselves critically as the Kenya team, Kenya Morans, even as a normal basketball pundit who follows the game of basketball at the national level like me. These are the questions that if I'm in the press conference, I'll be asking: how will you take care of Nigeria offensively defensively, how would you limit the turnovers? How will you play make pretty well? What are the roles for every player? Are all players playing, and will they be on top of their game when they meet? So those are the questions that need to be answered in any press conference that the Kenya Morans will be in. And I feel if those questions are addressed and they show, then they report to practice, it'll they'll try to make something happen. But at this point, this team is an unbeaten team going up against a team that just made the Afrobasket just this year. So I mean, two experience versus underdogs. So not sure what not sure I'm not sure if we have the odds to pull off an upset here because this team doesn't mess around. So that's the first team in Nigeria. The second team that went unbeaten, you already know, Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire is not a team that messes around. As you can see, they won all their 6 games, but they didn't blow them out. They don't blow out. They didn't blow out Guinea. The Guinea only lost by 8 points. Okay, they blew out Equatorial Guinea. They beat Cameroon, but not with a breaking margin. Even in the second time they met in 19th February. It's not the games were pretty close, but Cote d'Ivoire ruined and ripped apart Equatorial Guinea, and yeah, man, 40 points. It was not 40, 43 points. Cameroon also suffered that fate, but it was pretty close. So, I mean, let's just go back a bit. They went 6-0, and I matched them up here. And in all statistics, we are trailing as well because this team is pretty elite. As you can see, these guys don't mess around, and I don't know. I don't like our odds because we're heading into this Afrobasket as the underdogs, because you can see these teams are pretty stacked and these teams know how to win and they know how to get to the win. So a team like Nigeria, team like Cote d'Ivoire went 6-0, so we are matched up against those teams. I'm glad that we didn't meet Tunisia, Senegal, or Angola. I'm so glad we never met them, because if we did, it would be a bloodbath. But new challenges, new opportunities. So they shoot better than us. 2-point field goals, 47%. To ours, 38%. 31.5% from the three, 24%. We shoot poorly. And the free throws, okay, it's almost close, but not too close. In total rebounds, they are not out rebounding us as much, but it's small. It's a small margin to call it. In the assist department, they are beating us in the assists because they know how to share the rock. I mean, in the blocks, the only thing that we're leading in is blocks and fast break points here. So in the other stats, pretty much trailing. And this other stat here, points off the bench, they're leading, and points in the paint. As you can see, these dominant teams, points in the paint, points off the bench, that's where we're gonna suffer, because as a team, as the Kenya Morans, I don't see us having a good bench at all. We don't have a good bench. I don't see us having a good bench at all. We need to focus on that. And yeah, man. I just hope these Kenya Morans are prepared for this, because this is gonna be straight up war. These teams aren't joking, man. 6-0 Nigeria, 6-0 Cote d'Ivoire. The only team that we're on the same boat, they can say we're on the same tier, the same level, is Mali. I mean, Mali has a similar record to us. They matched up with Nigeria. You can see from the games and results that they played. Let me just focus on the games with Nigeria. You can see this is not a team that can pose a threat to Kenya, because at least we can pull off at least 2 wins like the same we did. But yeah, man, you can see this team was being beaten up like a ragdoll with Nigeria. They're being mollywopped. This team was just being mollywopped by everyone. Nigeria blew them out twice. So you can see it can just show you that this team, it's pretty much beatable. I feel if we matched up against Mali twice, we can be able to come up with 2 wins. That is that is like the lowest standard I can put, because yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know at this point, because these guys. Okay, so as you can see, I prefaced everything I was about to say previously as I was looking at the games and results. So in the team comparisons, you can see we're almost equally matched in terms of our flaws, and we're equally matched when it comes to the statistics. But it's very lopsided when you match up Kenya against a team like Nigeria, because Nigeria is pretty dominant and pretty strong, and Kenya versus Cote d'Ivoire, Cote d'Ivoire is pretty strong. So a team like Mali, we're in the same tier, we're in the same boat. They only won 2 games out of their 6 games, so giving them a record of 2-4, similar to ours. They put up similar statistics to us: 42.6% 2-point field goals to our 38.6%, 32.5% and 3-point field goals, 24%. In the free throws, we beat them. In the total rebounds, we beat them, but not by a wide margin. In the assists, they beat us, but not with a wide margin. In the steals, it was pretty close nicked. The blocks, protect the paint. But when it comes to these points in the paint, okay, it was pretty close, but Kenya trails greatly when it's matched up against, like, the Kenya Morans trail greatly and in points in the paint with a team like Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire, because those guys understand if you protect the paint well, you prevent all these easy shots from going in. So this team doesn't pose as a great big threat to us, because our stats are almost similar. But when you look at Kenya stacking up against Nigeria, and I also for the record mentioned this in a live stream that I did on titled "Why I Do This." If you look at that live stream, you will see I mentioned, what if we matched up against a team like Nigeria? They're not playing around. I mean, these guys can beat us, like give us a very big whooping if we are not careful, and not make the same mistakes we did with Senegal, Angola, and Mozambique. We should learn from that, and you should study their films so that we can be able to move to the next level. If we don't make the changes and we approach the same way that we approach this other qualifiers, we'll get eliminated, or but worse still, we'll end up like in the number last spot if you're not careful, because this isn't a group, this isn't a joking team. Nigeria isn't playing around. Cote d'Ivoire isn't playing around. Okay, Mali evenly stuck, but they look like a Mozambique to me. Underrate If you underrate them, they can beat you. So yeah, man, that's what I can say. I don't think Kenya. I'm not sure. I don't. I would support Kenya because that's my country, but the odds are really, really, really stacked against us when it comes to when it comes to matchups and the stats that we put up. Because from the looks of things, we are pretty inefficient and we have a long way to go. I just hope the Kenyan runs have been practicing, because if they don't and they keep on pulling up the same excuses that they didn't have chemistry, we didn't play together. There's no excuses now. You've played together, and you have time. You had time to train. So if you don't make the changes, now that's on you, man. So make sure you just do your homework, study film, work on defensive sets, offensive sets. Look at my videos on what I've been telling you, because I've broken you guys down multiple times, and I don't know if I don't know, man. The odds are just stacked against us, man. In this group, I'm just happy that we didn't end up in Group B, because there's Tunisia, we've got Egypt. I mean, this was pretty difficult. I really didn't want us to meet Senegal again, because I didn't because Senegal beat us twice. I didn't want us to meet Angola, because Angola will put their foot down on us. They'll put their foot on our necks. So Yeah, man. Okay, I can say we can just take these matchups pretty well, but the only I don't know. This is gonna be a tall ask because we have so many flaws offensively, defensively. It's just gonna take a miracle to pull off an upset on a team like Nigeria or Cote d'Ivoire because those teams are just elite level status. And if Kenya still has aspirations to win it all, I'll just shelf that and just say, let me just see if we can just get farther. Because this is just going to be too difficult. And I really would even like to invite the coach, Liz Mills. You're welcome to my channel. I don't know if you watch my channel, but you're welcome. Please come and explain to me what you can do differently to beat a team like Nigeria, or beat a team like Cote d'Ivoire, or beat a team like Mali. I really would be so interested to know your take on this because these guys are pretty elite. They're in elite level status. These two teams, they're in that club. They're in that unbeaten club, and they plan to remain unbeaten till further notice. So how are you gonna match up against this team? How are you gonna match up against this team? How are you gonna match up against this team? Don't say that you're gonna match up against this team because it has not so it has close stats than us. I just want to see us being successful. So if you can come here and just explain that to me, it'll be great because you'll be giving the fans what they need, and you also give confidence for Kenyans to rally behind you. Because if you guys don't make the changes, early exit, and the rest will be history. And with that being said, I'm just glad the draw just came out, and we already know what matchups you're gonna be dealing with, and let's just see how it goes. Let's see how the Kenya Morans are gonna mix it with Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Mali. Yeah, man. I can't wait for us to see how these matchups are gonna play out. Yeah, man. I've been covering the BAL. The BAL is coming to a close in like 2 days, so yeah, man, it's been great, and just looking forward to covering more Afrobasket, basketball, Afro hoops. And with that being said, man, I'm out. Peace.